Loose now. His career at Gonzaga well chronicled. Unfortunately, Achilles and knee injuries, major injuries that kept him out of 2 consecutive seasons. And still coming out with his family. And Mo, here comes the guy that has been around for a while. 3 years playing for the Zags. I mean, the most points scored by a Gonzaga transfer. 2,400 points and change, over 1,000 career rebounds. Just wonderful kid, and Graham Ike, and to see his development and how his game has come along. It's been a heck of a lot of fun watching him and calling his games these last 3 years.
He's been a terrific addition. He's going to go down as one of the best bigs of all time. That's a hard thing to say nowadays with so many great bigs we've had at Gonzaga, but he's earned that notoriety. Been terrific. Couldn't ask for a better guy to kind of lead your team, especially when Brayton Huff went down, and take the role of leadership. He's gotten so much better at his emotional capacity during games. He's always on edge, but he's controlled it this year compared to years past. So he's made a lot of growth as a human being, as a player. Fantastic Zag.
Been a whole lot of fun to watch. And don't forget, he came in after Drew Timme, who a lot of people loved. And he has really carved it out and lived up to all the pressure, following up one of the best big men in Gonzaga history. Mo and I are going to take a break here in Spokane. Luke Howlett standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios. Luke, why don't you give us that WCC update? Take us to break. We'll hear from Coach Few here in just a couple minutes.
Howdy, thank you. A lot going on in the WCC as well. Our game will be one of the first to tip. Seattle U and Pepperdine will be in that same vein. Seattle U and Pepperdine both kind of toward the bottom of the WCC standings, but games get progressively more important as we move along the schedule. 7 p.m. start for San Diego and Oregon State. Beavers still have an outside shot at getting one of the top seeds in the WCC tournament. And then at 8 o'clock, Washington State and LMU will go head-to-head. The big one, though, also at 8 o'clock, Santa Clara, St. Mary's. Both those teams 14-2 in West Coast Conference play, both with 23 or more wins. St. Mary's is still on the schedule for the Zags. It'll be the final matchup of the season in WCC regular season play for Gonzaga, coming up on the 28th, a 7:30 tip. So what a big-time clash to the Broncos and St. Mary's today. NCAA tournament matchup as well. Gonzaga and Portland going head-to-head. We'll send it to a commercial timeout. Continue on our pregame coverage in a moment. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
The free
Tax Act is here anytime you want to easily file your taxes. Tax Act is here for the early birds who like to knock them out as soon as the season opens. And for the procrastinators who like to wait until the very last minute. Tax Act is also here for the middlers who file right in the middle of tax season. No one ever talks about the middlers, but Tax Act sees you, and Tax Act respects you. Tax Act. Let's get them over with.
Not every sale happens at the register. Before AT&T Business Wireless, checking out customers on our mobile POS systems took too long. Basically a staring contest where everyone loses. It's crazy what people will say during an awkward silence. Now transactions are done before the silence takes hold. That means I can focus on the task at hand and make an extra sale or two. Sometimes I do miss the bonding time. Sometimes.
AT&T Business Wireless. Connecting changes everything.
Next up, a laughing session from the Laughing Cow. Now, unpeel a wedge of the Laughing Cow light spreadable cheese, a delicious snack with 2 grams of protein and 25 calories per wedge.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from,
we can be twinsies,
to,
how was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom.
Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
All right, class. Tell me about your weekend. Leo?
Well, my sister wanted to go camping, so my parents took us in our new Nissan Pathfinder through a mountain trail.
Thank you, Leo.
No, it's not over yet. My brother wanted to explore some caves, so we drove up a bunch of steep hills. And then we
With its V6 engine and 9-speed automatic transmission, the Nissan Pathfinder can power your adventure. That's why J.D. Power ranks Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. The new V6-powered Nissan Pathfinder. For JD Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Coach, we talked about that Pacific team, and it was kind of the same thing when they walked in physically. Again, they looked apart, and those big kids were big and solid.
Yep.
We've talked about Elias Ralph in the past. Obviously he's a heck of an offensive
he's a
player.
Terrific player.
Yeah, he's really good, and I thought you did a pretty good job on him. But that was a tough one. That's another one of those for me. Sometimes people look at it and say, "Oh, it's Pacific." You're like, well, no, let's look at what they've done and who they are this year. And they brought, I thought, a pretty darn talented team in here on Saturday.
Could very well end up fourth in the race, and end up with 20 wins. And if you're playing a 20-win team, and then if we're talking about getting 3 teams in the NCAA tournament, and they're the fourth, but more so probably than that is just their style of play. I mean, they are. You watch every game with them. I mean, they're pretty much in it, and they're physical, and they have great size inside. So again, from a team like us that's paint oriented, just watching them on tape, I was like, hey, and tried to as best I could to educate our guys on hey, this is what's coming down the pipes here. This is not going to be just a walk in the park. This is going to be kind of a slog in a mud pit here, and we got to enjoy the fight and the wrestling match and not give into it, because they're also sneakily, I think, or percentages-wise, top 10 in the country rebounding.
Yeah.
And so, again, kind of a strength of ours, but just a team that they're not going to give you anything easy. They're going to challenge it. They're going to, and their physicality and toughness is on both ends. They post you hard on offense. They screen you hard on offense. They're paint oriented and just kind of pounding. But Ralph's a terrific player. He can score at all 3 levels. He's a basketball player. He's tough as nails. He's got a good feel, and their coach has done a really, really nice job.
Coach, it felt like in the first half, and again, you've talked about this with Graham and being such a focal point. Boy, you saw 4 black shirts in the paint. I mean, he'd touch it, and they'd come at him from different directions and do different stuff. Kind of felt like for him, the shot selection maybe was, USF maybe got him because he knocked out a bunch of those.
No, you're right. He settled in some ways, but look, like we were just talking as a staff. I mean, when he's catching the ball and he's looking, he's got his guy, he's got a guy ready to double him. He's got 2 other guys standing in the paint. I mean, I don't think it's realistic that he's going to get a post up. So then you have to adjust accordingly. And then, but yet you still have to have the wherewithal to search it and find it, in each and every possession. And we were able to, down the stretch, he was able to find some and went to work and score.
Yeah. Emmanuel, it's 3 straight double-figure games, but boy, he seems confident again offensively. We talked to him. He said, "Yeah, I'm finding my confidence again." I don't know where that came from for him, but good for him because he's really stepped up here.
Yeah, he has, and we've needed him to step up. We're just dying to find some guys that can to still step up, and there's plenty of opportunities. But as I, mentioned earlier, we're a defense to offense team now, and our defense has been stellar. Our defense has been winning games, so we've been kind of subbing accordingly to that. And our offense hasn't been horrible. I mean, we clipped right along. We might even end up at 1-2 after all of that the other night. But so having E, who's a incredible defender, be able to step up and give us what he's given us on offense is a huge bonus. And then, I think Adam Miller's come around. He missed his shots the other night, but, he's still solid for us on defense. It gives us a presence there, but then also is a real threat on the other end.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel batteries. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items of participating dealers while supplies last.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, The clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet. A real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, you're 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven. Enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network, tip-off is just moments away. Now, let's go courtside. Alongside Adam Morrison, here's the voice of the Zags, Tom Hudson.
Senior night at the Kettle. 5 seniors honored before tonight's game. Final West Coast Conference home game in the Zags' 47-year stay in this conference. And a chance to clinch the top seed and a share of the West Coast Conference regular season championship. It's all on the line here tonight at the McCarthy Athletic Center as Gonzaga looks to avenge its only loss in league play, dropping an 87-80 game at Portland back on February the 4th. Well, it's almost time for basketball here at the McCarthy Athletic Center. When we come back, we've got our starting lineup. Seniors moving in before this final game at the McCarthy Athletic Center of the 25-26 campaign. We'll have Mo's keys to the game and our opening tip. It's all coming your way right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Look, I'm not going to tell you have to have a Camas Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camas Rewards for all the ways you play.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
Arby's has an enormous crispy fish sandwich that you can pair with another enormous crispy fish sandwich for $7. If you were looking to eat more fish this month, the search is over. Seriously, stop. No other restaurants are serving fish sandwiches. It's just us. No one else. If they are, they're not bigger. Don't quote us on that. Probably true, though. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Look out with you inside the Learfield Network studios. Let's pause now 10 seconds for station identification. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Your home for Gonzaga basketball. KFOO 96.1 FM Opportunity, an iHeart radio station.
It is just about time for tip-off. Gonzaga and Portland, a chance to extract some revenge for the Zags. We send you now to the kennel. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison. Guys.
Luke, thanks so much. The Zags with 15 wins against 1 loss in West Coast Conference play. The only loss at the hands of these Portland Pilots back at the beginning of this month. The Bulldogs with an opportunity to close out the top seed in the West Coast Conference tournament, clinch at least a share of the WCC tournament, regular season championship with a trip to Moraga coming up on Saturday. Lots on the line here as the Zags get ready to take on the Portland Pilots. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visitors from Portland. Now, the starting point guard is a good one. The freshman out of Australia, Joel Foxwell. He's a 6 foot, 180-pounder, leading them at 16 points a game and dishing out 6.8 assists per contest for the Portland Pilots, as he is 16 and nearly 7 assists per game. Also in the starting lineup for the Portland Pilots will be Jermaine Balasager-Webb, the 7 foot 1, 250-pounder. Big man had 13 against the Zags, 9 rebounds as well. He averages 8 points a game. Dante Sensori Hercules is in the starting lineup for his team, averaging 2.5 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. He is a defensive stopper, played 32 minutes against the Zags in the win down there. Scored just 3 points, but had an impact. Also had the game-winning tip in their next game against Seattle U. Garrett Knuckles in the starting lineup, the 6 foot 6, 195-pounder, won a national title at the junior college level last season. He is averaging 5.5 points, 3.5 rebounds per game. James O'Donnell slides into the starting lineup. He's averaging 10.5 points, 4.5 rebounds per game. A transfer from USF. He had a big game against the Zags. A 6 foot 10, 230-pounder out of Australia. 16 points, and the Pilots win down on their home floor. Meanwhile, for the Bulldogs, the starting lineup will look like this. Mario St-Superi is going to be the starting point guard, a 6 foot 399-pounder, making his 11th start of the season, averaging just under 9 points and 4 assists per game. Joined in the starting lineup by Adam Miller, the 6 foot 3, 200-pound senior out of Peoria, Illinois. Ace averaging 7.5 points per contest. Steele Venters moves into the starting lineup on senior night. The 6'7", 200-pounder is getting his 10th start of the season. But coming off the bench of late, hasn't been playing much, but averaging 5 points a game for the Zags. On the front line, it'll be the senior Noah Holland, the 6'9", 245-pounder out of Rathdrum, who chipped in with a 10-point performance against Pepperdine with both Graham Ike and Brayton Huff out of the lineup, getting his first career start. That is the last time that Noah scored for the Bulldogs. He had 10 points and 4 rebounds against the Waves. And, of course, Graham Ike gets the start in the middle. A 6'9", 250-pound senior, averaging 19.9 points, 8.4 rebounds, 13 double-doubles, 9 straight 20-point games. So it'll be Balasager, Webb, Sensori, Hercules, Knuckles, Foxwell, and O'Donnell for Portland. Ike, St-Superi, Miller, Venters, and Holland for the Zag. Most keys to the game for the Bulldogs to get a win here and clinch the number 1 seed in Las Vegas.
Well, per usual, pace of play. I'm Portland. I'm probably going to try to slow it down just a hair out there. So pace of play for us to get out and run, especially with a different starting lineup being senior night, is going to be important. Second is rebounding. We've talked about it last 4 out of the last 8 games for Gonzaga. I've been out-rebounded. We got out-rebounded by Pacific, even though we won. Rebounding the basketball is going to be paramount, especially against a team like this that likes to take a lot of threes, long rebounds. Got to go dig them out. Third, this one's the most obvious. Got to limit Foxville. What do you have, 27 down there, 26? It was the catalyst for them to get that huge upset. Probably the biggest win in Portland history if you look at the numbers. So we got to limit him, especially in the ball screen action.
That's a look at our keys to the game as we get ready for tonight's senior night festivities. For the Bulldogs, they come out of the huddle in their home white uniforms with the blue and red trim. Gonzaga across their chest, their names in blue on the backs of the uniforms. Meanwhile, for Portland, they are wearing their gray uniforms with the purple and white trim. Portland in purple across their chests. They've got purple and gray checkers down the sides of the uniforms. Their names in white lettering on the backs of the unis for the visiting Pilots. Zags move right to left in the first 20 minutes. Christopher Merlot, Chris Paskey, Bert Smith, the officials for tonight's game. Ball is in the air. Zags control the opening tip, and we are underway. It'll be Mario St-Superi to get the Bulldogs going. Foxwell picks him up as he brings it into the front court. Gives it up to Holland out top. One dribble, flips it to Venters. Dribbles from his left to his right. Steele passes it to Miller. Coming off an EK screen, bounces it back to Graham. Balasager-Webb pokes it away. It's out of bounds and will stay with his Zags. 13 seconds to shoot for GU. St. Superior looks to inbounds, bounces it into EK. Back to St. Superior on the baseline. For EK again, three-point line in front of the Portland bench. Picks up his dribble, skip pass right side for Miller. Three comes up short. Holland tips the rebound but can't control it. It's knocked in the hands of Balasager-Webb. Foxwell, the freshman. And their leading scorer, 16 a game, brings it to the front court, gives it up to Balasager-Webb, a little pick and roll. They pass over to Knuckles. They try to get it back into the hands of Knuckles after a quick one to the big fellow who almost threw it away, but Foxwell chases down the loose ball. The old step back, shoot a three, and it's good over St. Superior. Do not want to let him get going here tonight.
Pretty good player.
EK trailing at the top of the key. One dribble, gives it up to St. Superior on the left sideline. Short pass to Holland, looks down low. He finds EK, reverses and scores.
Nice pass from Holland there, top down, big-to-big action. Good play.
A little more than a minute gone by here at the Kettle. Foxwell into the front court, gets around St. Superior, throws a wild one up off the side of the backboard. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. EK rebounds. His pass up the sideline is almost stolen by Knuckles, but he can't save it. Steps out of bounds in front of the Kettle Club.
Interesting decision. Nothing there. Got lucky that Portland knocked the ball out of bounds. I don't know what he was thinking there. A throw ahead from EK to St. Superior.
Zags moving around the perimeter. Holland between the circles with it. Picks it up. Passes it and hits the backside of a cheerleader. Holland's picked up his dribble, looked to his left. Miller started to cut from the sideline, and Holland threw it out of bounds. Zags trail 3-2. Foxwell walks into the front court. Balasager-Webb sets a screen for him. They work to the big man in the pick and pop. Extra pass in the corner. Three, no good for Knuckles. Venters tips it out, but Foxwell comes away with the basketball. Foxwell defended by St. Superior to start this one. Gives it up to Balasager-Webb. Now right side. Centuri Hercules for Foxwell. Left side, a three is on the way. Almost banked in by Balasager-Webb. Misses. Rebound goes to EK. Graham into the front court himself. Takes it into the paint. Bounces it for Holland. It's stolen by Foxwell. Foxwell weaves his way up the floor. EK slows him down. Foxwell throws it out of bounds. And the Pilots are going to say it was tipped by Graham. I kind of thought it was too, Mo, but it's going to turn over to the Zags.
I couldn't tell from the angle. It's a little bit obstructed view, but ugly basketball going on right now.
Yes. St. Superior walks it across the timeline. Right side pass to Miller. Back out to St. Superior between the circles. Screen from EK. Bounce back to Graham. Power dribble. Gets right to the rim. Shot blocked. A late whistle. A foul against the Pilots. It's going to go against O'Donnell. O'Donnell had 16 points, but a menace down in Portland. Mo, he'll make you earn every one of them.
Yeah, he walks the fine line of playing hard and playing a little bit too physical for my liking, but nonetheless, he's an effective player. Probably not the most athletic guy, so he's trying to make up for it with angles, body bumps. UK makes the first of two, so he's somebody to watch. You can't allow him to have 16 again, though, right?
Graham makes both free throws. 77.5% on the season. Gonzaga has his first lead at 4-3. It'll be Knuckles who brings the ball into the front court for the Pilots. It's a screen from Balasager-Webb. Dribbling to his left, hands it off to Foxwell. Fakes left, drives right, kicks in the near corner. Terry Hercules thought about a three, pulled it down. As I mentioned, he doesn't shoot very often. There's a drive by Knuckles, bounce for Balasager-Webb. Gets solid in the air. Shot rims out. Ball is loose, not anymore. Venters comes away with it. Steele brings it up the floor. On the far side, out top for EK. Catches thought about the three, and now will shoot the three. He hits the three. Graham has scored all 7 of Oolong's points. It's 7-3.
It's nice to see him make when he was 0 for 6 the other night against Pacific from beyond the arc.
Knuckles driving on Miller. Cut off on the baseline. Retreats with the left-handed dribble. Short pass, Balasager-Webb. And Noah Holland's going to be whistled for the foul, trying to knock the ball away from behind. looked a lot better for Graham, right, Mo? It felt like there were 3 or 4 pump fakes and a couple of jab steps before he shot him against Pacific.
Too much.
Faking,
you know what I mean? Just shoot the ball.
Portland inbounds to Knuckles, who lays it in off the glass. Cutting from out top. Bulldogs still lead at 7-5. Miller on the right side. Gives it up top to Miller. Miller to Ike again on a little pick and roll. Can't get up a shot. Sweeps across the paint. And that shot's going to come up short. And the rebound goes to O'Donnell for the Pilots. Foxwell this time going to walk it across the timeline. St. Superior picks him up defensively. Ball single left, sets the screen. Foxwell keeps the dribble alive. Step back. Deep jumper is all net. We're going to give him credit for a 3. Thought his foot might have been on the line, but nonetheless, he's made a couple of deep ones, and Portland's gone back ahead by 1. St. Superior between the circles. He's holding out there. Waits for a screen from Ike. Passes back to Graham on a little pick and roll. Extra bounce pass for Holland. Shot fake, shot up, and shot in. Noah Holland with an assist and now a bucket. Gives the Bulldogs a 9-8 lead.
Again, high-low action from the 2 bigs. Great pass from Ike.
Foxwell across half court. Dribbling to his right. Passes back out left side. Knuckles for O'Donnell at the free throw line. One dribble, hands it off to Foxwell. Foxwell off left-handed dribble, misses the 3. Mario St. Superior is going to be whistled for a personal foul, and Foxwell is going to shoot 3 free throws when we come back from our first official timeout. Zags lead at 9-8, 15-22 to play in the first half on senior night. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
Arby's has an enormous crispy fish sandwich that you can pair with another enormous crispy fish sandwich for $7. If you were looking to eat more fish this month, the search is over. Seriously, stop. No other restaurants are serving fish sandwiches. It's just us, no one else. If they are, they're not bigger. Don't quote us on that. Probably true, though. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
Nothing is crazier than the kennel.
Oh my goodness! The one-handed dunk for tied at 63! What a play by the Bulldogs!
Let's go back courtside. Here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Back the Kettle. Zags lead early 9-8, but Foxwell has 3 free throws coming for the Pilots as we return to action at the 15-22 mark of the first half. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood. Make your appointment today to give and learn more at Vitalant.org. You're needed to donate blood because of you. Life doesn't stop. Substitutions for the Bulldogs. Tyon Grant Foster checks in. Emmanuel Inocente in. They replace Holland and Venters. Mario St. Superior still pleading his case to the official, saying he did not foul Foxwell. As he does that, Foxwell steps to the free throw line. He misses the first. 80% on the season for the freshman out of Australia. Second was good. Foxwell goes 2 of 3 at the line and puts the Pilots back ahead by 1. Our 4th lead change early. A couple of defenders in the backcourt. Inocente needed some help. St. Superior finally able to shake free. Here come the Bulldogs. Long past the front court to break the pressure. Grant Foster back out top for St. Superior. Barks out a play from between the circles. A couple of dribbles, hands it off to Miller. Ace dribbling to his right, bounces it for Ike. Graham defended by O'Donnell. Fires a pass out intended for Inocente. Stolen away by Foxwell. Foxwell into the front court, gives it up left side. Knuckles throws the alley-oop. O'Donnell finishes, and Portland leads it by 3. St. Superior underhanded flip to Miller. Back out to St. Superior for Miller again on the right side. Out top for Grant Foster. Left side pass, St. Superior. He's open, shoots a 3 and hits. We're tied at 12. St. Superior from deep.
Good ball movement from one side to the other. Got to make the zone rotate. Quick swing, get a wide open shot.
4 lead changes, now 1 tie early. Knotted at 12. Foxwell with his back to the basket, dribbling 30 feet from the basket. Gets a screen from O'Donnell, passes back left side for Knuckles. Knuckles out top for Foxwell again. He's off to a hot start with 8. Centuri Hercules. Elbow pass, O'Donnell looks down low. Balasegar Webb finds Knuckles, who gets Grant Foster in the air, and then Tyon is whistled for the personal foul as Knuckles finishes through the contact.
Great ball movement from Portland there. Multiple passes inside. That's a good finish by Knuckles on the weak side. He gets Grant Foster in the air, leans into him, keeps his body controlled, though, and still thinking about the make instead of the contact first. A lot of times these days, you guys break contact first with no intent to score it. Score the ball.
Free throw is good. 3-point play, 15-12 Pilots on top. St. Superior in the backcourt. Knuckles pressures him. Picks up his dribble, fires in the front court for Davis Fogel, who's checked in for Ace Miller. Davis is playing more, and his confidence continues to grow, averaging 8.3 points per game. St. Superior gives it up right side. Inocente, extra pass in the corner. Grant Foster misses the 3. Offensive rebound. Ike put back, won't stay down. Rebound is chased down by Inocente. Kicks it back out. Grant Foster, skip left side. Fogel drives to the baseline. Denied there by Churi Hercules. Kick out to Ike. Ike hits his second 3 of the game, and we're tied at 15 apiece. Graham has 10 of the Zags' 15 points.
Excellent rebound on the weak side on the first shot attempt by Inocente to keep that possession alive.
Balasegar Webb out top with it. Centuri Hercules now to Foxwell between the circles. Screen from O'Donnell, dribbles to the right wing, back to O'Donnell in the pick and roll, fakes the pass, loses the dribble, and Inocente comes away with another turnover on the Pilots. Emmanuel gives it up right sideline for St. Superior. Grant Foster, Inocente, straightaway 3, a little too strong. Ike tried to secure the rebound, could not. And Knuckles comes away with the basketball. They'll leave it for Foxwell in a 15-15 game. 7 minutes gone by here at the Kennel. Foxwell gets a big screen, passes it right side. O'Donnell at the 3-point line. Centuri Hercules now. Zags backing way off of him as he barely shoots the ball with 56 shot attempts all season. Pass from Foxwell tipped right back in his hands with 6 seconds to shoot. Gets a big screen. Balasegar Webb. Extra pass looking for O'Donnell, who wasn't ready for it. And the Bulldogs come away with another turnover. And Inocente quickly into the front court to Ike trailing. Ike driving, throws it up off the glass, wouldn't go, but we're going to get a goaltend. And 2 more for Graham Ike. Zags reclaim the lead at 17-15. Substitution. Balasegar Webb checks out. Checking in is Long. And in the front court is Foxwell with it. Foxwell keeps his dribble alive to the right side, throws a one-handed pass about 70 miles an hour at Knuckles from 2 feet away, and threw it into the first row of the stands. Oh, look out for that one, Mo.
Head on a swivel tonight, Huddy.
Yes, indeed. There's been a lot of them. Well, Knuckles will check out. Navon Long is the redshirt freshman who just checked in. He defends Inocente in front of the Pilots bench. Up top to Ike. Short pass for Fogel. Fogel skips back left side. Grant Foster. He's going to shoot a 3. That one is good. Bulldogs Respectable from behind the three-point line here early. The lead is 5.
4 for 7.
Foxwell up 30 feet, dribbling to his right, can't shake free. Innocente skips it back left side for a 3. It's on the way and off the mark. Long stick attempt is no good. Michael Ballou, who just checked in, missed the shot, and Zags come away with it. Grant Foster off the dribble fires another 3. That one hits the front of the rim.
Do you want to say it, or should I say it? Not a good shot.
Yeah, there you go. Foxwell, step back 3 over Innocente. Wouldn't go down from straight away. His first miss from deep tonight. Ike rebounds to Grant Foster, trying to cross over, has it knocked away, and then Tyon trying to save it, throws it out of bounds. The Tyon Grant Foster a little shaken up down there as he flew into the stands. Graham Ike over to check on him. Looks like he's grabbing his head. Actually, it's going to be his forearm, potentially. Tyon a little shaken up as we head to this timeout. 11:08 to play first half. Gonzaga has a 5-point lead. 20-15 is our score. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Every Nissan Frontier is battle-tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop-tested over and over. We do all that to the V6-powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Gonzaga with a 19-15 lead. So they went back and reviewed that shot from Tyon Grant Foster. And said it was a 2. So make it 19-15. And the Bulldogs, instead of 4 made threes, have 3 made threes. 3 out of 8 for the Zags. They're 7 out of 13 overall, Mo, and the ball's starting to move a little for GU, and see if maybe they can kind of get comfortable. The senior night lineups are always just kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Just trying to find some rhythm, and now you've had 4 or 5 minutes since those guys checked out.
Yeah, they've done a good job of moving the basketball. Obviously, defensively, we got still guard Foxwell. He's got 8 quick points on 2 of 4 shooting. He's made 2 threes as well, so something we're going to have to keep watching. Such a talented player. Is he on the bench? Nope, he's in the game. Portland go with the Gebers kid.
Oh, yeah, we did not see him.
In the first game.
Kelson Gebers. Those you're not familiar with Washington State small school ball, one of the Gebers family. Balasager-Webb's shot is rejected by Ike, who comes away with a loose ball. St. Superior brings it to the front court. Kelson, the 2023 2B Player of the Year. He averaged 28 points, 12 rebounds for Brewster. Vogel to Ike out top. Underhanded flip to St. Superior. Screen from Ike. Dribbles to the left wing. Skips it right corner. Steele ventures the check back and he catches, fires, misses. It's off the rim and over the backboard out of bounds. Steele checking back in. He's in for Grant Foster. St. Superior, Venters, Ike, Fogel, and Innocente for the Zags. Gebers averaging just 1 point a game. Foxwell skips it left side. Ballou thought about a 3, pulled it down as St. Superior closed out. Pass over to Long, fakes right, tries to go left, denied by Venters on the help. Over to Blue left side. Back out to Long. Palisade-Webb calls for it. A couple of power dribbles on Ike. Graham pokes it away. Vogel came away with it and was fouled as he started to dribble up the floor. We're going to see Braden Smith for the first time tonight as he's up off the bench in for St. Superior. Braden Smith coming off the bench, averaging 5.2 points and nearly 4 assists per game. Foxwell defends him as he walks into the front court. Screen from Ike. Bounce to Ike, top of the key. Palisade-Webb backs off. Graham, a couple of dribbles. Back out to Smith. Fires pass left corner. Ventures catches and fires. That three won't go down. Inocente tips the rebound to Fogel. Pull up from 12. That's a little too strong. Back iron miss. Foxwell rebounds. He's into the front court with it. Dribbles to his right. Throws a pass over his head. Into the hands of Blue on the far sideline. He penetrates, almost ripped away by Smith. Blue somehow still gets up a shot that was challenged by Fogel. Zags the other way. Inocente with Gebers to beat. Gebers bumps him off balance. And the Pilots on the floor are shocked that there was no foul on this end and that was whistled a foul on the other end.
I thought Fogel did a good job staying vertical underneath, and then that was an obvious foul by Gebers in transition. He knocked Inocente from the one side of the lane to the other, so I don't know why they would complain. Who knows? What are they
two
doing?
shots coming. The one official's pointing at he's pointing up. I don't know if they're trying to get there we go, get the attention of the guy with the broom. I don't know what we call him, right? We used to call him water boys.
Mop boy.
Yeah, mop boy, I guess, right?
Sweeper. I don't know.
We got that figured out. Inocente will step to the free throw line. First one is good for Emmanuel. 21-15 is the score. Knuckles is back in. Blue heads to the bench. Manuel, 56.5% on the season, makes both free throws. The Bulldogs have their biggest lead of the game is 21-15. Foxwell across half court with the dribble. To Palisade-Webb, hands it off to Knuckles. Back to Palisade-Webb. It is volleyball punched out of the air by Ike. Is actually more of the steal. Vogel into the front court, right side. Slowed down by Foxwell. Gives it up to Inocente. Back out to Smith. Smith dribbling to his left. Gets to the wing. Tries to skip it back right side for Vogel. It's tipped and stolen by Palisade-Webb. Foxwell now into the front court with that left-handed dribble. Step back three over Smith. Back iron. Long rebound chased down by Venters. Out to Smith. Smith into the front court. Hands it off to Ike. Thought about a three. Now we'll shoot it off the Smith screen. It's off the back iron. Vogel fighting for the rebound. It's out of bounds. And last touch by Foxwell will stay with GU.
I thought there was a push by Vogel on Foxwell. We got lucky there in that situation. He got tripped inadvertently, but still.
Venters checks out. Miller is back in. Grant Foster in for the Bulldogs. He'll replace Vogel. .8:37 to play first half. Zags have scored 9 straight points. It's a 9-0 run, but it's been 5 minutes. That's why it feels as choppy as it does. Mo 0 for 5 for the Pilots over the last 3.5 minutes. Here's Braden Smith for three. That one's all net from in front of the Pilots bench. 24-15. Zags have the lead. They've scored 12 straight. And we've got a timeout from Shante Leggins. The head coach for the Pilots, he's riding a little scooter there with a torn Achilles that he suffered in practice trying to help his shorthanded team out. He'll roll out the free throw line, and they'll have a coaches meeting as the teams head to the benches. It's a timeout called by the Pilots. It turns into our official timeout, so we'll take it as well. 8:20 to play first half. Zags leading at 24-15. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, The clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven. Enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
At Western National Insurance, we're passionate about the power of nice. That's because nice isn't just a word. It's our way of doing business. It's about surpassing expectations, bringing kindness and decency to our work, and providing a helping hand when you need it most. And we've been putting nice first for more than a century. Find out just how powerful nice can be. Contact your independent insurance agent today and ask for Western National.
Zags basketball lives here on the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield. Let's go back courtside. Now, alongside first-team All-American Adam Morrison, here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Gonzaga leading it by 9. It's 24-15 with 8:20 to play in our game's first half. This is Spokane, home of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. It's Busy City along the Roy Spokane River Gorge has it all. Culinary, beer, wine, entertainment, and outdoor adventure. Whether you already live in the area or you're looking for a vacation, start planning adventures now. Go to visitspokane.com. Live like a Zag. We're in Vegas in 10 days? Sounds like we're there tonight. Yeah, hanging out at the clubs.
Crazy.
Which has passed at least one of us up. Zags leading it by 9. Mo, kind of interesting. We talked about it. 12 straight points for GU. The Bulldogs, one of their last 5 from the field. Just it feels so strange, but Portland's just 5 out of 14 on the night.
Defensively, we've been terrific so far, especially we've locked down Foxwell in the last 4 or 5 possessions. Webb's 0 for 3. They're 5 for 14, so our defense has really kept us in the game.
Knuckles will inbound in front of us here at the table. Pass into Foxwell, back to Knuckles. Junior college transfer, picks up his dribbles. Able to get it back to Foxwell. He's under heavy pressure from Minnicente. Out the ball is Segler Webb. Hands it back to Foxwell. Finds O'Donnell cutting down the baseline. 3 shot fakes. Ball stripped away from behind by Ike. Saved by Minnicente to Grant Foster. Back to Ike. Gives it up left side for Miller. Couldn't get up the 3. Pass back out to Grant Foster. Will fire from deep. That one's off the mark. And O'Donnell comes away with a rebound. Foxwell. The big screen from O'Donnell. Dribbles to the left wing to Knuckles. Now Baloseger Webb out top. Big man has been quiet tonight after a big game in Portland. Sensori Hercules back out there. Gives it up to Knuckles. Looking down low. Baloseger Webb had it poked away by Grant Foster and then stripped away by Ike as he goes up for the shot. Graham to Grant Foster. Finds Smith all the way to the rim. Lays it up and in. And Gonzaga has a 26-15 lead.
Great defense by Ike to strip that ball, then get it out to a guard and transition. Good fundamental basketball.
5 straight points for Braden Smith off the bench. Foxwell, left sideline pass, Knuckles, who bobbles it. Smith comes away with it. He's got the fast break opportunity, 2-on-1. Throws it off the glass. Grant Foster throws it down, and Portland wants another timeout. I really think he threw that off the glass. Or did he miss it? He did, didn't he?
Planned execution worked. The showmanship.
28-15 Bulldogs. All right, glanced back, threw it off the glass. Grant Foster hammered home the dunk. And B. Smith is super excited. It's a kid who hasn't scored in double figures in 14 games, Mo, and give it up the easy basket for the assist. 28-15, the lead continues to grow for the Bulldogs. It's 7:01 to play in the first half. We were trailing the Zags down on the Knuckles three-point play, 15-12 at the 14:09 mark. 28-15 with 7 minutes and 1 second to play. So they've not scored a point in over 7 minutes. The Zags on a 16-0 run. Foxwell is going to bring the ball up the floor for the Pilots. Cross half court, screen from O'Donnell. Dribbles to the right wing, pass back left side. Sensory Hercules driving. Miller blocks, but Aces whistle for the personal foul.
Pretty good defense there by Ace Miller around the rim, but that was a clean block.
Mattis Wronski has checked into the game, a transfer from Duquesne. 6 threes against Pacific when he had a 27-point outburst. The average is 5.5 on the season. Got a little banged up, and he's really been slow offensively. 2 points his last 5 games.
Where is Duquesne, by the way? Pittsburgh or something?
Yes.
I don't know how I know that. I think I'm right.
Grant Foster checks out. Fogel is back in. Missouri Hercules, a 51% free throw shooter, makes them both. That ends a 16-0 Gonzaga run. Pressure from the Pilots. Smith breaks it with the dribble. Right side pass for Inocente. Skips it left side. Fogel catches and fires the three. Halfway down, pops out. Wronski comes away with the rebound and leaves it for Foxwell, who dribbles into the offensive end for the Pilots. Donald sets a screen. Foxwell drives, passes in the corner. Sensory Hercules gives it up. They move it around the perimeter. O'Donnell now out to Knuckles. Right back to O'Donnell. For Knuckles one more time. He bobbles, gets it back. 7 seconds to shoot. Dribbling on the left wing. Now across to the right. Flips it up off the side of the rim. O'Donnell rebounds. O'Donnell takes about 3 steps off the dribble. Coach View is not happy. We talked about O'Donnell down in Portland. Very physical and aggressive. Gets the putback there. Bounce back off into his zone. Here's Inocente. Feeds on the baseline for Fogel. Dribbles it once, finds Ace Miller at the free throw line. The jumper is too strong. Ike trying to tip the rebound. Keeps it alive. Miller comes away with it. Couldn't finish, but there's Braden Smith. Smith is everywhere here in his first 5 minutes of action tonight. Bulldogs lead at 30-18.
Smallest guy on the floor with a nice left-handed tip-in around the rim. Good second effort from Gonzaga.
Foxwell on the drive. Smith denies him. Kick back out to Knuckles. Knuckles dribbling to his left. Sensory Hercules now on the far side to Knuckles. Quickly O'Donnell. Back out to Knuckles. O'Donnell again. This time he's trapped. Dribbles it off his leg. Nope. It was the Zags' last to touch. Portland's going to keep it with 6 seconds to shoot. So a substitution for the Zags. St. Superior will check in for Ace Miller. So we'll see a lineup we haven't seen much of this year, Mo, with Mario and Braden on the floor at the same
Braden's
time.
playing so well. He's earned his second go. Came in around the 10-minute mark, right? So normally that'd be a substitution, but he's rolling, which I like what the coach staff does. They let you, if you're going to be productive, you get rewarded.
The Mutt boy is back out there. Graham Ike and one of the officials out there
Pour some soda
checking
right
his
there or
work.
something and stick it up. Old school way to do it.
Inbound O'Donnell out top, hands it off to Foxwell. 4 seconds to shoot. Foxwell, little crossover dribble. Gets into the paint, little runner, shot clock violation. Wave off the shot. And Foxwell, who got off to a quick start, is really struggling here now as Bulldogs have done a nice job on him, Mo.
Yeah, defensively in the ball screen action, we're running multiple guys at him and getting over the top and then going into more like a center field so he can't get downhill. It's a good adjustment by our staff.
Fogel pass in the front court to Inocente. Back over to St. Superior. The Zags will set up the offense. The Pilots back off into the zone. St. Superior gets a screen from Fogel. Right side pass to Smith. Then the corner, Inocente. One-hander to Fogel. Fogel finds St. Superior open in the corner. His three hits the side of the backboard. Oops. Sensory Hercules comes away with a rebound for the Pilots. 30-19 Gonzaga. 4.5 to play first half. Missouri Hercules pass knocked away by Braden Smith. The late whistle goes against the Bulldogs point guard, who picks up his second personal foul. Zags lead is 11. It's a large part to that 16-0 run where the Pilots didn't score for some 7 minutes. Inbound to O'Donnell on the left wing. Ike pressures him defensively. O'Donnell with the underhanded flip to Ronski. Ronski driving baseline. St. Superior cuts him off. Ronski dribbles it on the baseline. And another turnover on the Pilots. Their 7th of the half. Vogel inbound to St. Superior. Foxwell pressures as Mario brings it into the front court. And Achente now right back to St. Superior. Directs traffic from between the circles. Over to Achente. Now Smith picks up his dribble. Back left side on Achente. Catches and fires. The three won't go down. A rebound is Fogels. He goes back up with it and scores it off the glass.
Good second effort on the weak side against the zone. That's one of the Achilles heels of his own. It's harder to rebound. Good job by Fogel getting that offensive opportunity.
O'Donnell between the circles. Ike is going to be whistled for the personal foul, trying to poke the ball away. 3:41 to play first half. 13-point lead for the Zags. We have an official timeout on the floor. We're back in Spokane after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Harvey, it's selfie time.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Zoe. With the center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
At T-Mobile, you can get iPhone 17 on them.
Amazing, but switching takes forever.
Not at T-Mobile. You can switch in just 15 minutes. Okay, let's try a prom pose. I'm in front.
Okay, big eyes, full lips. Time to focus.
Oh, I'm crazy-eyed.
Okay, it's okay. Retake.
Smile, get a new iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Hey everybody, welcome to your 30-second laughing session brought to you by The Laughing Cow. Ready to laugh? In 3, 2, 1, and... Okay! Great job, everybody! Now unpeel a wedge of The Laughing Cow light spreadable cheese, a delicious snack with 2 grams of protein and 25 calories per wedge. Feels good to have a cow, huh?
Back to the kettle. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. 3:41 to play first half. Zags 32, Pilots 19. The Bulldogs ranked 9th in both polls this week that were released on Monday. And as the polls seem to do, a little inconsistent from time to time. The Zags ranked 11th in the Associated Press poll last week, moved up 2 spots with their 2 wins. They were 8th in the coaches poll and took the spot. So I guess it's easy now. Now we just say the 9th ranked Zags.
Yeah,
so
it's the 9th ranked Zags.
Don't have to differentiate between the polls. So.
All right.
But GU top 10, still the metrics look really good for GU. Number 5 in the net rankings, and also 9th in the KenPom. So numbers pointing towards that top 4 seed if the Zags can take care of business and start the NCAA tournament down in Portland.
Yeah, it'll be nice, obviously closer to home venue, so we got to hold serve here in these last few games and get across the finish line.
Pilots have the balls, return to action. 11 first half turnovers for Portland. Foxwell to the free throw line, sweeps across, scoops it up off the glass and in. 32-21, St. Spray in the front court to Ike behind the play. Graham defended by O'Donnell, dribbles the free throw line, throws it over to Fogel. Fogel lost it briefly, got it back. Driving with the left hand, Snuckles goes to the ground, and Davis is whistled for the offensive foul. Foxwell with the bucket, cutting the lead to 32-21. The freshman into double figures with 10. Braden Smith will check out of the game. Ty and Grant Foster's back in. Nice run there for B. Smith.
Yeah, good minutes off the bench. Had a tip in, had a great play off the glass. That assist to Tyon Grant Foster. Made a 3 in the corner.
Foxwell in the front court. Big screen from Balasager-Webb to O'Donnell now. Hands it off Sensori Hercules. Back out top. Balasager-Webb now. Far side, Knuckles. One-hander over to O'Donnell, who hands it off Sensori Hercules. Now to Foxwell. Foxwell driving with the left hand. We've got a whistle on a travel. It's going to go against Foxwell. Turnover number 12 on the Pilots. Now, Bud Light is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Zags have the ball with 2:53 to play in the first half. They lead at 32-21. Long pass in the front court to Ike. Ike driving on O'Donnell is denied. Picks up his dribble. Kick out to Nachente. Now St. Superior. Portland backs off into the zone again. Marlon gets a screen from Fogle. Pass right side to Grant Foster. Back out to St. Superior. Dribbling to his left. Bounce pass intended for Ike is knocked out of bounds for O'Donnell. Gonzaga will have the ball with 10 seconds to shoot. Inbounding on the baseline, right at the corner by the Pilots bench. Long pass in the backcourt to Grant Foster. 7 seconds to shoot. Gives it up left side. Inocente for 3. That won't go down. Balasager-Webb had his hands on the rebound. Knocked away, but the Pilots come away with a loose ball. Foxwell into the front court. Zags got off to a good start shooting it, but have gone ice cold. O'Donnell dribbles away from heavy pressure into the corner. Finds Balasager-Webb. His extra pass deflected by Grant Foster. Ike comes away with it. To St. Superior up the left side for Grant Foster. Foxwell the beat. He reverses it. Couldn't get it to go. And Inocente rebound put back off the mark. And it'll be Portland ball.
0-footers.
Zags now 12 out of 31 from the field. They're 4-16 shooting threes. So O'Donnell sets a screen for Foxwell. Cut off on his drive. Out to Balasager-Webb. Big man short pass to Knuckles in front of the Kennel Club. Back to Balasager-Webb. The pass was tipped. Big man came away with it. And we have a whistle. And I believe the ball is out of bounds. Last touch by GU. The Zags were, 3 out of 8 to start the game. They made one of their last 8 from behind the three-point line.
I have to talk about three-point shooting again.
No, we're going to have a positive conversation the way it started.
I was like, yay.
Long inbound pass to the backcourt from Knuckles. Back into the front court with the left-handed dribble. 3 seconds to shoot from the left elbow. Jumper won't go down. Grant Foster rebounds. Tyon into the front court. Picks up his dribble. Left sideline pass for Fogle. Fogle, right side pass to St. Superior. Deep 3. That one's off the mark.
I think Ike's touched the ball in about 5 minutes, really. I mean,
he has 12 points.
Yeah. Throw him the ball.
Bulldogs lead at 32-21, and there is the foul call. Coach Few is in the officials here. It took Coach Few complaining to get that whistle to blow. That's an obvious one right in front of us here. And the official was closer than you and I were, Mo.
O'Donnell. The Portland Bigs like to stick their leg out on that high ball screen, which I kind of agree with.
Zags get it to Ike. Balasager-Webb defends him. Graham on the right wing. O'Donnell waits for him. Kick left side for Fogle. Fogle drives back to St. Superior on the right side. Over to Fogle again. Fogle fakes 3, dribbles to the left wing. Pull-up jumper. Boy. Toilet bowls out, hits the glass, and drops to give the Bulldogs a 34-21 lead. Foxwell brings it into the front court. Dribbles 40 feet from the basket. A 10 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Foxwell gets a screen from O'Donnell. Defended by Grant Foster on the switch. Hands it off, Sensori Hercules. He drives and kicks. Balasager, the big man, shoots the 3. Wouldn't go down. Grant Foster trying to control the rebound. Could not. He lost out of bounds. Still the official going to review it, but I'm pretty sure Tyon was last to touch it, Mark. Substitution for the Zags. Izzo Dejana is going to check in. For Portland, Ballou checks in. He replaces Sensori Hercules. So offense for defense. Defense for offense. Foxwell steps out of bounds. Or I should say steps in bounds, where he stepped on the baseline. One or the other, Mo, but
weird play.
Weird
See that
play.
very often.
He was inbounding from the baseline, tried to bounce it in, saw one of the Bulldog defenders closing, and leaned in bounds before he threw it. So Izzo didn't get to play. We'll get a look at the replay again. Oh, God. Official wanting to make sure everybody's right with all the substitutions. And I don't think that Graham can come back into the game because no time came off the clock.
I disagree with that rule because there wasn't a play that happened.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so...
And so now the official score wants the officials to come over. Now the official saying Graham can come in. All right, now there's all sorts of confusion. St. Superior brings ball up the floor, gets past long, and the Bulldogs will call a timeout in the offensive end.
Now they can get him in.
Now they can get him in.
Jeez.
Timeout called, and Graham is going to check into the game. It has been as choppy as it has sounded, ladies and gentlemen. Portland down by 13. When you look at their numbers, Mo, it's surprising the game's this close. They're 2 of their last 10 from the field. They're 7 out of 19 in the game. They've turned it over 15 times in the first half, and still it's just a 13-point Gonzaga lead.
Yeah, if we shot the ball better from 3, we're 4 for 17. We could have really blown this game out early. It's 13 to 33 overall. That's under 40%. But yet again, we can't be complaining all the time. The defense has been tripped. The only one that's really rolling is Foxwell.
Well, Ike is back in. After all of that, the Zags with 10 seconds to play in the half, inbound to St. Superior. Mario gives it up to Inocente, back to the point guard, who dribbles to the top of the key. Alley-oop, Grant Foster cutting from the corner. He throws it down with 2 hands. 15 points will be the lead heading to the locker room. Bulldogs ran that play. Grant Foster dunked it with about 4 seconds left, and the Pilots just let the clock run out. 36-21 is the halftime lead for the 9th-ranked Zags. Mo and I are going to step aside here in Spokane. Luke Howlett standing by at our Learfield, North Carolina studios with our halftime show score update. Back after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Look, I'm not going to tell you have to have a Camas Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camas Rewards for all the ways you play.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. What about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Support Gonzaga basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to ZagsNILCollective.com and get started.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Numerica Credit Union Halftime Show. Numerica Credit Union. Life moves. Live well. federally insured by NCUA. We'll bring you stats and analysis from the first 20 minutes, as well as a look at scores from around the nation. Let's go back to the network studios. Here's Lou Callett.
36-21, Gonzaga has the lead over Portland at halftime. We play you some highlights from our opening stanza of play with the Zags leading by 15 in a game early on that had several lead changes, 4 of them to be exact. Graham Ike had the first 7 points for the Bulldogs as well. But then the separation started to come. Braden Smith with an impressive opening 20 minutes, 7 points. He cashes in from deep.
Here's Braden Smith for 3. That one's all net from in front of the Pilots bench. 24-15, Zags have the lead. They've scored 12 straight.
Smith wasn't done, though. Steal to the Smith layup, extending that lead to 26-15.
Gives it up to Knuckles. Looking down a little follow. Webb had it poked away by Grant Foster and then stripped away by Ike as he goes up the shot. Graham to Grant Foster, finds Smith all the way to the rim, lays it up and in, and Gonzaga has a 26-15 lead.
Great defense by Ike to strip that ball and get it out to a guard in transition.
While the Zags would continue to boost the lead, the defense continued to play exceptionally well, holding the Pilots to just 2 of their last 10 from the floor. 6 turnovers for Portland over the last 6 minutes of play. 3.5 minutes scoreless for Portland. And then the exclamation point before the halftime break, Tyon Grant Foster, the alley-oop.
He dribbles to the top of the key. Alley-oop, Grant Foster cutting from the corner. He throws it down with 2 hands. 15 points will be the lead heading to the locker room.
Aerial acrobatics from Tyon Grant Foster, 6 points for Tyon in the opening half. It's a 36-21 lead for the Zags at the break. We'll bring you scores from the WCC and the top 25 when we come back. Gonzaga leading by 15. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner, on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
Arby's has an enormous crispy fish sandwich that you can pair with another enormous crispy fish sandwich for $7. If you were looking to eat more fish this month, the search is over. Seriously, stop. No other restaurants are serving fish sandwiches. It's just us, no one else. If they are, they're not bigger. Don't quote us on that. Probably true, though. Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Time for a check of the scores around the WCC and around the nation. Let's go to the network studios.
Halftime, Gonzaga has a 15-point lead over Portland, 36-21. Lou Callett again with you inside the Learfield Network studios. We look around the West Coast Conference as well as the top 25. There is one other game that tipped off alongside ours. That's Seattle U and Pepperdine with the Red Hawks leading by a dozen, 39-27 at the halftime respite there. Top of the hour tip for San Diego and Oregon State. Beavers are 8-8, still lots to play for them, as well as San Diego, of course, who are 5-11 in the West Coast Conference. 8 p.m. tip for Washington State and LMU. Cougs, a small favorite on the road, trying to take down the Lions and pick up their 8th WCC win of the season. And then, of course, massive showdown today at 8 as well. Santa Clara, St. Mary's, both those teams 14-2 in West Coast Conference play. There's NCAA tournament implications. There's West Coast Conference tournament implications. What a big game. The 23-6 Broncos, the 25-4 St. Mary's Gales. St. Mary's is still on the schedule for Gonzaga as well, as Gonzaga will head to Moraga, take on the Gales coming up at 7:30 on the 28th. So a big-time matchup for St. Mary's and Gonzaga coming up on Saturday. Shifting gears to the top 25, where a slew of games have gone final today. How about 6th-ranked UConn taking down 15th-ranked St. John, 72-40. UConn shot out of a cannon in this one, did not look back as they dominate St. John's, holding the Johnnies to without a field goal for the last 17 minutes of the second half, if you can believe it. A 72-40 win for UConn over St. John. 7th-ranked Florida toppled Texas today on the road, 84-71 fashion. The Gators are 22-6, 13-2 in the SEC. Alex Condon went for 23 points in the victory. 12th-ranked Nebraska shook off a sluggish second-half start, improved to 24-4 with a 74-61 win over the Maryland Terrapins, who fell to 4-13 in the Big Ten. And 25th-ranked Vanderbilt knocked off Georgia 88-80 today. Commodores pick up their 9th win in league play as well. A couple of other games in progress. 17th-ranked Alabama leading Mississippi State 63-33 at the halftime break. No problem for Nate Oates and Alabama so far, dominating Mississippi State. And 20th-ranked Arkansas has a lead of a baker's dozen on Texas A&M, 37-24, 90 seconds before the halftime break in that contest. Billy Richmond III going for 15 points already in the first half of play. At halftime in our game, 36-21, Gonzaga has the lead over Portland, a 15-point edge for the Bulldogs, who shot 41% from the floor, 4 of 17 from 3 and 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. A lead of 15 for Gonzaga as we pause now 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves as affiliates, followed by these messages. This is Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Your home for Gonzaga basketball. KFOO 96.1 FM Opportunity, an iHeart radio station.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camas Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camas Rewards for all the ways you play.
At Papa Murphy's, we hand make delicious pizza from scratch every day so that you can bake it to perfection in your oven just the way you like it. Introducing Stuffed Mondays. Every Monday, get any large stuffed pizza for only $16.99. That's over 4 pounds of pizza, fresh from your oven. Enough to feed the whole family. Papa Murphy's Stuffed Mondays. They make great pizza so you can make the pizza great. Offer available in store only. Call ahead to order.
Welcome back to the Kettle. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. Gonzaga with a 15-point lead over Portland at halftime. 36-21 is our score for the Bulldogs. Graham Ike leading the way. He has 12 points on 4 of 7 shooting. He's knocked down a couple of threes. How about the steals for Graham? 6.
Wow, that's a lot.
Poking the ball away. He's a couple of them that look like kind of pseudo blocks where he's just like stripped the guy going up. But 6 steals for Graham. He carried Gonzaga offensively. Braden Smith off the bench, 7 points. He's one shy of 1,000 in his career now. 3 out of 3. Tyan Grant Foster, 3 of 7 from the field. He has 6 points. Davis Vogel with 4. Mario St. Spiri had 3. Emmanuel Nchente, 2 points at the free throw line. He was 0 for 4 from the field in the first half. Adam Miller, Steele Venters, neither player score in the first half. 14 out of 34 for the Bulldogs, just 41% shooting. 4 out of 17 shooting threes. And Mo, it started out pretty promising. We had it at
3 of 8.
3 of 8, right? And then you go 1 for your last 9. And the offense has been tough to come by again for the Zags here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, 36 is not a terrible number. Obviously, we want to get up into the mid-40s at a halftime to get on our pace. But got to give some credit to Portland in that zone. It's a little bit kind of wonky, and they space it out, and they're forcing us to take outside jumpers. Now, if we make those, then be like, why are you playing a zone? So Coach Liggins, Shante Liggins, is really like kind of gambling and understanding that he doesn't have the personnel to play us man-to-man. But our defensive effort has been terrific, holding them to 21.
The Bulldogs hold Portland to 7 of 19 to get to that 21 points. 2 out of 8 shooting threes, 5 of 6 at the free throw line for Portland. Foxwell has 10 of their 21 points. Knuckles with 5. Gonzaga +2 on the glass, 17-15. The Bulldogs have 8 offensive rebounds. I think, Mo, those are maybe the two that you kind of look at. 8 offensive rebounds get you 10 points. 16-2 points off of turnovers. 15 first-half turnovers for Portland to just 6 for the Zags. So 3 assists, 15 turnovers. And Portland has been really hard for them to overcome.
I was walking to the media room, and the visitors' locker room is right by that entry, and the coaches were meeting outside, and there was multiple expletives talking about the turnovers from the Portland coaching staff. So, that's something they probably got yelled at about. 15's a ton in one half.
So the Bulldogs lead it 36-21. Hey, I forgot to get Noah Holland in there for the Bulldogs. He got his first career start. They had an assist. They also had a bucket. He was 1 for 1, 2 points for Noah in the first half. Again, Gonzaga 36, Portland 21. Second half coming your way right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Free.
Pro drivers live for race day, but for small business owners, every day is race day. That's why going pro with Lenovo Pro matters. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors keep your business on the right track. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather, classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love. Every Nissan Frontier is battle-tested. Its frame is twisted. Its door slammed 13,920 times. And its bed drop-tested over and over. We do all that to the V6-powered Frontier, so you never have to hold back. Nissan, ranked #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Back to Kettle, ready for the second half on senior night. 20 minutes left in the home season. Mo, what do you want to see out of the Zags to wrap this thing up?
Continue to do a decent job on Foxwell. That's kind of their only hope offensively for Portland. Shoot the ball better, obviously would be better for us. 4 of 17 from 3, but can't complain with a 15-point lead and holding the team to 21.5.
Whole team huddled around their head coaches. Zags 20 minutes away from claiming at least a share of their 27th WCC regular season championship. They haven't won it for a couple of years. Back-to-back years, St. Mary's won the regular season. 3 years ago, the Gales and the Zags tied for it. A win here clinches at least a tie, and then a win in Moraga on Saturday would give the Bulldogs their first outright since 2022. Pilots are on the floor. They'll have the ball to open the second half. That'll be their starters out there. Balasager, Webb, Century, Hercules. A couple of hyphenated names on the roster, make it nice and easy. And then Knuckles, Foxwell out there with O'Donnell. For the Zags, St. Superior, Ike, Inocente, Grant, Foster, and Miller. Jalen Worley has been banged up. We still haven't seen him yet.
That's right.
As Foxwell dribbles to his right. Gives it up to O'Donnell at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble at the three-point line. Bounces away to Knuckles in front of the Pilots bench for O'Donnell again. Donald quickly doubled, gets it away to Foxwell in the corner. 10 seconds to shoot, gets a screen from O'Donnell, dribbles it back out top, fires a three. That one comes up short. Rebound goes to Balasager-Webb. His putback is rejected by Grant Foster. And then Balasager-Webb, trying to save the ball, throws it off of the midsection of Mario St. Superi. Insult to injury. It's going to be Pilots basketball.
No apology either. That's uncalled for. Right?
Yep.
At least apologize. Ouch. Yeah.
Knuckles will inbound. Official giving Mario a second to gather himself. And inbound from in front of the Kennel Club on the far sideline. Pass into Balasager-Webb. Short pass to Foxwell. Balasager-Webb 16 against the Zags in Portland. 0 for 4 in the first half here. Foxwell again, defended by Inocente. Skips left side. Sensori Hercules driving. Little one-handed runner wouldn't go down. Ball is loose. Now controlled by Grant Foster. Away to Inocente. Manuel dribbles the ball off his foot. Ace Miller chases down the loose balls. Bulldogs move left to right in the second half. St. Superi picks up his dribble, skips left side. It's a wide open look at a three for Grant Foster off the front of the rim, and Foxwell comes away with the rebound. Foxwell to O'Donnell out top. Now for Knuckles, back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell power dribble, can't get up a shot. And a foul on Graham Ike for everything that's gone on tonight. That seems like a soft one. Second one on Graham. I say that Graham, a lot of those steals we talked about, some of those blocks. Yeah. Feels like it's been
more
a lot of contact has been allowed. Yeah. Inbound tipped by Balasager-Webb. It's Foxwell who comes away with it. He misses, but then O'Donnell with the dunk, and O'Donnell grabbed that rim with his left hand. The Zag coaching staff is asking for a review, and they're right. He grabbed that with his left hand and kept himself up in the air.
Offensive goaltending.
Should have been, but instead, it's going to be a bucket. Ike out top, right side to Grant Foster. Picks up his dribble, bounces back to Graham. O'Donnell backs off him, now closes out. Graham shoots a little jumper. It's no good. Knuckles with the rebound. Foxwell up the right side. Zags lead by 13. 2 minutes into the second half. Foxwell drives, keeps his dribble alive, retreats. One-handed pass out to Sensori Hercules. Bounce pass intended for Balasager-Webb is stolen by Inocente, but a whistle and a foul. And Coach Few with both palms raised in the air looking at that official and saying, what are we doing? Get a look at that replay. There is no doubt about it that O'Donnell has his left hand securely wrapped around the rim as he grabs that ball and throws down the dunk. Joel mentioned offensive goaltend should have been called. Foxwell inbound to Knuckles. Balasager-Webb sets a big screen. Knuckles gives it up left side. Now they try to pass it down low. Grant Foster gets a fingertip on it, knocks it out of bounds. Pilots will inbound. Knuckles on the baseline with 13 seconds to shoot. Pass out. Sensori Hercules hands it off to Foxwell, who fires a three. Nowhere close this time around. Ike comes away with the loose basketball. Got off to a hot start shooting, but he's cooled off a bit. Graham brings into the front court himself. Gives it up to St. Superi. Sets a screen for Mario. Right side pass, Inocente. Dribbles out of the corner. Skips it left side. Miller catches and fires. The three is good. Ace Miller knocks it down. 39-23. Gonzaga on top.
Good play by Inocente. Baseline drive. Finds the drift out in the corner. Wide open shooter.
Knuckles hands it off. Balasager-Webb fires the three. That comes up short. Long rebound into the hands of St. Superi. Bounce in the front court for Grant Foster. Tyon on the run. Throws it down with two hands. The Bulldogs lead grows to 18, and Portland calls a timeout. 17 minutes, 9 seconds to play in our basketball game. The Bulldogs starting to extend their lead. They're up by 18. This timeout called by Shante Leggins is going to extend into a full timeout. We'll take it as well. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Steel deals are happening now. From instant savings on select power tools to free battery offers on some of our most popular battery sets, you can enjoy great deals and do it all with Steel batteries. For more details, shop online or in-store at your local Steel dealer. Offer valid for a limited time only on select items of participating dealers while supplies last.
Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
You're listening to Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Gets all the way to the rim for another monstrous dunk. And the Bulldogs have scored 12 straight to go on top.
Let's go back courtside. Once again, alongside two-time NBA champion Adam Morrison. Here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
Welcome back to the Kettle early timeout, the second half for Portland as the Bulldogs have pushed the lead to the biggest it's been tonight. 41-23, 17:09 to play in our game. The Gonzaga basketball is sponsored by Pacific Source with health coverage for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles. Pacific Source is the local health plan that does what's right, not just what's required. Ace Miller knocking down the three-point shot. And Balasager-Webb missing the three. You can see they called the timeout, and Shante Leggett just went out and asked his big man why.
Yeah.
Shot the three. He's actually shot some this year. It's not completely foreign, but wrong time, wrong place, and led to the easy breakout. Pilots have the ball coming out of the timeout. Into the front court, Foxwell. Balasager-Webb out top. Big man short pass to O'Donnell. Back to Foxwell, the freshman point guard. Only player in double figures for the Pilots. He has 10. Sensory Hercules. Short pass to O'Donnell, three-point line. Hands it off to Knuckles. Dribbles to the free throw line. Pull-up jumper. Too strong. Rebound fought for. Controlled by Ike. Graham gets it away to St. Superior. In the front court to Grant Foster. Dion backing down the defender. Kick out to St. Superior. Pass a little off the mark. Mario had to catch it and reset. So they're going up to the threes. St. Superior tries, trying to throw the alley-oop for Grant Foster. Knocked away from behind. Zags control the loose ball. Out to St. Superior. He sticks the three. Gonzaga 44, Portland 23.
Good kick out. Wide open shooter.
Foxwell one-handed pass to O'Donnell on the right wing. Sensory Hercules dribbling on the right side. Out to Foxwell. For Knuckles. Balasager-Webb calling for it. Knuckles can't get it to him. Instead skips it back right side. Sensory Hercules fakes the three. Pass intended for Balasager-Webb. Nice play by Tyon Grant Foster. Got a fingertip on it. And the big man couldn't handle the pass off his fingertips out of bounds. With that stoppage in play at 15:59, we have an official timeout on the floor now. Bulldogs lead it by 21. It's 44-23. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Harvey, it's selfie time.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Zoe. With the center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
At T-Mobile, you can get iPhone 17 on them.
Amazing, but switching takes forever.
Not at T-Mobile. You can switch in just 15 minutes. Okay, let's try a prom pose. I'm in front.
Okay, big eyes, full lips. Time to focus.
Oh, I'm crazy-eyed.
Okay, it's okay. Retake.
Smile, get a new iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed. Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather. Classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love. You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Back to the McCarthy Athletic Center alongside Adam. Currently, they've scored 8 straight to open up this lead to 44-23, just under 16 to play. Black West Farm Credit is a financial cooperative that provides financing, crop insurance, and related services to farmers and ranchers across the West. From small family businesses to large operations, Ag West brings the experience and financial know-how to help you grow your best future. Second half numbers for the Bulldogs. It's early, Bo, but still shooting pretty well. He's knocked down a couple of threes. Getting that shooting percentage up, and feels like right now it's just a wonderful opportunity for Gonzaga to just absolutely wrangle control of this thing and take it home.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to kind of extend the league and then rub their noses in it a little bit since they beat us down there. And so it'll be interesting to see what the effort we're going to see from the Portland Pilots. Obviously not completely out of it, but they're 8 for 27. That's under 30% from the field. 16 turnovers. Not good basketball.
Long and Ballou have checked in for the Pilots. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Zags break it. St. Superi hands it off to Inocente. Trying the circle for the dribble. Right sideline pass Miller. Left side skips it to St. Superi. To Ike on the pick and roll. Graham double team, loses it. Kicks it in the corner to a wide open Davis Fogel. That three wouldn't go down. Inocente tips it. Ike knocks it away from Knuckles. Fogel comes away with it. Drives, kicks. Left side three. Miller halfway down, rims out. And Long finally controls the rebound. O'Donnell looking around, asking for a foul call. Didn't get it, but his team did come away with the ball. 44-23 Zags. O'Donnell out to set a big screen. Going to the right is Foxwell. Pass is deflected. Ike comes away with it. Throws it up the floor for Fogel. Davis can't quite catch up with it. It's out of bounds. Turnover on GU.
Just a little bit too much forward.
Mario St. Superior to the bench. Braden Smith checks back in. Braden 3 for 3 with 7 points in that first 20 minutes. Also had an assist. Foxwell weaves into the front court. Court past O'Donnell out top. Big Australian. Almost turns it over. A couple of dribbles. Now hands it off to Long. Back to O'Donnell. Intended for him, but O'Donnell stopped cutting, and the Bulldogs come away with the basketball on the 17th turnover of the night on the Pilots. Here's a three for Ike. Back iron, no good. Ballou has the rebound at the free throw line. Out to Foxwell. Fuses the screen of O'Donnell. Drives to the baseline. Miller just chasing him all over the court. Skip left side to Knuckles now at the three-point line. Picks up his dribble. Free throw line pass for O'Donnell. Drives on Ike. Can't get up a shot. Graham pokes it away. Zags almost come away with a steal. Instead it's Knuckles. Back to O'Donnell. Throws it up. Comes up short. Ball is knocked loose. Smith comes away with it 1-on-2. Braden's going to slow down, wait for his teammates. Dribbling in front of the GU bench. Junior guard passes out top to Miller. Miller looks in the paint where he's got Ike. Ike creates some space, spins and scores. Graham has 14 to go along with 8 rebounds. Zags doubled up the Pilots 46-23.
No resistance whatsoever inside for Portland.
Still 14 minutes to play. O'Donnell between the circles to Long. Drives, flips it up and in. 46-25. Fogel into the front court. Short pass on the sideline for Inocente. Back out to Fogel. Now left side, Smith. Smith retreats to just inside a half court with the dribble. Refuses a screen of Ike. Dribbles to the left wing. Passes back right into Chente. Catches and fires. The three is good. Emmanuel Chente knocks down the three, 49-25.
Gonzaga 7 of 24 to be on the arc tonight.
We're talking good things now, Mo.
Yeah.
Getting there. An up and down night shooting it. Zags have been hot here in the second half. Knuckles gives it up to Foxwell. Foxwell drives a little quick one-handed runner over Ike is good. He is crafty.
He's got a nice touch. Good player.
Under 13 to play. Smith bounces to Ike. Speaking of good players, he catches it, scores between three gray shirts. Back-to-back Gonzaga buckets from Ike make it a 51-27 lead. Actually, sandwiched in between there was the three from Innocente. But Graham starting to heat up here in the second half. Foxwell drives. We've got a whistle. And the foul. Ace Miller's going to head to the bench. Mario St. Superi will check in. Talked about Jalen Worley not playing tonight. Kind of interesting, Mo, with the senior night lineup. Didn't really seem abnormal, right, for the first little bit. The substitutions, but now.
I mean, I get it because he's such an important part for us inside. He's got to get healthy. He's been battling through that quad injury since the last Portland game, right?
Yep.
So I respect it. It's bad timing, but it's also like, hey, we're going to war against St. Mary's on Saturday.
Yep.
And then obviously the conference tournament, the NCAA tournament. He's a game changer with just his versatility. And then on the glass, we've talked about pregame has been a problem. So, yeah, get him healthy.
Portland turns it over again. The 18th of the night. Zags on offense. Little weave action. Innocente driving, spins, scores with the right, and he's headed to the line. Defensive specialist, nothing, says Emmanuel Innocente. That's a big-time move.
Nice spin against contacts. Secondary defender, then goes up off two, keeps it simple.
Manuel to the free throw line. Manuel scoreless in the game in Portland. He was 0 for 5, played just 13 minutes. 7 points, 4 rebounds here tonight. Make it 8 as he makes another free throw. Perfect from the line this evening. 54-27 Gonzaga with the lead. Dejana in for Ike. I think Graham will get one more run. Foxwell skip left side. Ballou catches and fires at 3. Won't go down. We're going to get a foul on Dejana with a push in the back on Balasegar-Webb.
I'm going to reserve my criticism for a later date.
Foxwell will inbound. Zags have made their last 4 field goal attempts to open this lead to 27. Lob into Long inside a half court. And off to Foxwell. Skips right side. Kevers in for the first time in the second half over to Ballou in front of the Kennel Club. Now out to Long at the top of the key. 7 seconds to shoot. Long drives, spins as it's stripped away by St. Superi. And then we've got a jump ball as Balasegar-Webb is tied up by Dejana. Well, Mario's been hit in the midsection not once but twice here tonight. He's walking back to the huddle. 11 minutes, 43 seconds to play in our basketball game. Zags 54, Pilots 27. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Look, I'm not going to tell you you have to have a Camas Rewards card when you come to Northern Quest. You don't. You don't have to earn points on every dollar you spend here or enjoy prize entries, dining discounts, pre-sale concert tickets, and so on. Heck, you don't even have to receive free cash money for doing what you already do here. After all, free country, right? Camas Rewards for all the ways you play.
The season is heating up, and ICCU is proud to be a sponsor of Gonzaga University Athletics. From tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first game to March's biggest moments, we're cheering on the Zags and supporting fans every step of the way. With powerful digital tools, local service, and a commitment to community, ICCU is your financial partner, on and off the court. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Let's go, Zags!
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Zags basketball lives here on the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield.
All the way to the rim and rises up to throw it down. It's 85-68.
Let's go back courtside. Now, alongside first-team All-American Adam Morrison, here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
We're back at the Kettle where the Bulldogs have the lead at 54-27 with 11:43 to play against visiting Portland. Well, Gonzaga basketball is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Well, nice start for the second half for the Bulldogs, 18-6. Look at the assist to turnover numbers for Portland right now. That is tough sledding.
3 assists, 20 turnovers. Be an interesting practice for them. Obviously, we got 11:43 left in the game, but I'm sure they'll be addressing the turnover woes.
Graham Ike leading scorer in the game with 16. And Achente and Grant Foster with 8 each for the Zags. 12 for Foxwell, the only player in double figures for Portland. Fogle on the drive as the Bulldogs break pressure. Kicks back out to Grant Foster. He tries with the right hand. Gets a screen from DeJohn. Gets to the rim. He scores it. And there's a whistle and a foul. Foul against Long. His second sends Grant Foster to the free throw line.
Good play by DeJohn on the weak side, kind of setting that illegal screen that looks like a duck in. They call it the Gortat screen. And you kind of just clear everybody out of the paint without making it look like a... But what it does is occupies the weak side defender that's supposed to help, usually a big, to protect the rim.
Free throw all net for Tyon. 3-point play gets him into double figures with 11. It's a 30-point Gonzaga lead. Gebers hands it off to Ballou. Out top for Olusegun-Webb, who's checked back in. Couple dribbles to the 3-point line, hands it back to Gebers. Gebers one dribble out to Foxwell between the circles. 10 seconds to shoot, gets around St. Superi. Switches from the left to the right, misses the shot. Grant Foster up high for the rebound. Tyon brings it up the floor himself. Left side pass for Smith. Braden brings it back out top. The Bulldogs will set up the offense. Braden gets a screen from DeJohn, refuses it, dribbles to the right wing instead, skips it back left side. Grant Foster, head of steam, gets into the paint. Can't score it this time, but Olusegun-Webb will be whistled for personal foul number 2 on the night. Zags has scored 21 of the last 25 points to blow this thing wide open. Grant Foster back to the line. One more game after this one. The Zags head to Moraga to take on St. Mary's. 7:30 tip on Saturday night.
Is that game tonight at St. Mary's, right?
St. Mary's is, yes, has Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, that'd be a good one. Our team's trying to stay within striking distance of Gonzaga. Obviously, not only 2 more games left, so massive implications.
Yeah, somebody falls out of the race tonight.
Yeah.
Both teams with 2 losses. Tyon makes both free throws. That game tips at 8 o'clock. I think it's going to get a little bonkers in Moraga on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Olusegun-Webb backing down DeJohn. Can't get up a shot. Kick over to Ronsky, who's just checked in. He misses the 3. Fogle into the front court with it. Fogle slips and falls, turns it over. Foxwell with Smith to beat. High off glass, wouldn't go down. Tip is good for Sensori Hercules. We approach 10 minutes to play. 58-29. St. Superi out top with it. Right side to Smith. He gives it up to Fogle in front of the GU bench. Back to Smith. Now left side pass for St. Superi. Catches and fires. 3 won't go. Rebound ball is Olusegun-Webb. Quickly to Foxwell. The freshman's across half court with it. Slowed down by DeJana. Fires a beautiful look to Sensuri Hercules. He got away with a travel. He found...
Travel like 12 feet.
Yeah, Wronski for the three. The official's trying to say he was bobbling it.
He's kind of saying I missed it, too.
Grant Foster for three from the right side. That won't go down. 32 points now for the Pilots. Wronski picks up his dribble, finds Sensuri Hercules, drives, spins, kicks it back out. Wronski for three from the right side this time, and he hits. He shoots threes. So much earlier hasn't been particularly aggressive of late, but back-to-back threes make it 58-35. Here's Smith in the corner, bouncing to Fogel. Skip right side, St. Superi. That three is good on net from the front of his own bench. 61-35, 8:50 to play.
Gonzaga 8 for 27 from 3.
Foxwell trying to shake free of St. Superi. Can't. Gives the right side, Wronski. Picks up his dribble. Gets it away to Foxwell. Now left side. Quickly catching and firing is Ballou. It's an air ball into the hands of Grant Foster up the floor to Smith. Smith brings it into the paint. Kicks it back out St. Superi. That three is good. Back-to-back threes for Mario. Zags lead at 64-35.
It's a great play by Braden Smith. He recognized the hot hand. He let the offense kind of clear out and just found his partner in the backcourt on a trail right there. That was smart basketball.
Zags have made 7 of their last 9 shots. Pick and roll. Balosager Webb is fouled by Grant Foster as he goes up for the shot. Grant Foster has 12. St. Superi with those back-to-back threes. He's into double figures with 12 points. Grandike about to check back in with 16 to go along with 8 rebounds. Balosager Webb to the free throw line where he's 74% on the season. I haven't heard that chant very much this year. So we want to talk
about the first time all year, basically since December, maybe, right?
Yeah. Balosager Webb rattles home that first free throw.
You want tacos. If you're a franchise owner of the local Taco Bell, it's been a great year for you for not losing a profit margin in that regards.
Balosager Webb makes both free throws. 64-37 as we approach 8 minutes to play. A little pressure from the Pilots. Zags break it. Bulldogs made 14 threes against Maryland. That's the most they've made all year. The last 10-point actually was ironically in the loss to the Pilots. They were 10 out of 30. A foul on the rebound off of the miss.
You played Maryland this year?
Yeah, way back in November in Las Vegas.
Oh, geez. Forgot about that.
Yeah, it seems like a long time ago, doesn't it? Bulldogs shooting it well and dominating with 7:45 to play. We have a timeout on the floor. 64-37. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Can I take your coat?
Oh, you noticed? Yeah, I found it on eBay from a seller in Vegas. Pre-loved and perfect. She listed it and jackpot. Italian leather. Classic trench silhouette. And did you see the braided buckle?
Hang on to your claim ticket.
Oh, I'll hang on to this forever. Have you been on eBay? There's so many finds. And I bet that diving watch would sell fast. Just saying.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love. You won't see the engineer that slams the Nissan Rogue's door 13,920 times. Or the corrosive chamber that simulates 15 years of life in 5 months. Or the Rogue heat-baked for over 300 combined hours. What you will see is a vehicle that can take punch after punch and keep rolling. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands by J.D. Power. We put it through the worst, so you get its best. For J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Initial Quality Study Award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on the 2025 model year. Newer models may be shown.
Next up, a laughing session from the Laughing Cow. Now, unpeel a wedge of the Laughing Cow light spreadable cheese, a delicious snack with 2 grams of protein and 25 calories per wedge.
Zags 64, Portland 37, 7:45 to play on senior night. Xfinity believes Gonzaga fans deserve a deal you can bank on. Xfinity's 5-year price guarantee with the most intelligent Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. No contracts, no pump fakes, just a fast break for your future self. Gonzaga with a dominating second half so far. Up by 15 at the break. Have pushed the lead to 64-37. 31-point advantage has been the biggest for the Zags so far. Second half shooting for the Bulldogs, 10 out of 18, or 56%. They made 5 of 12 from behind the three-point line. Ike back on the floor with Miller, St. Superi, Fogle, and Braden Smith. Checking in for the first time is the former grad assistant, Sam Noland. Played 4 years at PLU. The Bulldogs inbounds. For all the injuries they've had, he came out of the active roster. There's Ace Miller on the left side. 12 seconds to shoot. Bounces to Fogle, high post, left side. Can't get up a shot. Fires back out to Smith. Catches, shoots, and hits the three-point shot. He points to the crowd. I got you, tacos. He also got to 1,000 points in his career. 10 for Braden Smith, his first double-figure game in 15 contests. The Bulldogs lead it by 40. Excuse me, they lead it by 30. And glanced up.
Same thing.
Yeah, right. And then the Bulldogs turn it over off the miss, and Portland scores. Here's Ike looking for another three. Quick one is off the mark.
Coach Few not exactly happy about that decision from that three-point shot.
Bronski slips and falls. Miller comes away with it to Smith ahead of the play. Nolan to beat. He reverses and scores. Braden Smith makes it a 30-point lead again at 69-39. Bronski on the right side. Short pass for Knuckles, out to Sensori Hercules. They work it left side for Nolan. Nolan to Knuckles, little Euro step, easily rejected out of bounds by Fogle. O'Donnell, we haven't seen much of in the second half. He's going to check in for Bolasegra Webb. Meanwhile, Venters goes in for St. Superi. Graham Ike, 16 points. He's 6 of 12 from the field. How much longer he plays, the Bulldogs leading by 30. And Sensori Hercules traveled with it right before a shot clock violation. Oh, another turnover. That'll be Gonzaga basketball.
Another Portland turnover. 22 on the game. That's a lot.
Zags inbound to Smith in the corner. Right side pass to Fogle. Fogle gets a screen from Ike. Dribbles to 14. Pulls up and sticks the jump shot. 71-39 is the score. We've got under 6 to play. Nolan dribbling to his right. Picks it up. Short pass to Ronsky in front of the Kennel Club. Defended by Venters, who's back in. Out to Knuckles. Left side pass. Sensori Hercules. Out to Knuckles. Knuckles misses the three. Ike rebounds. Hands it off to Smith. Braden into the front court with it. Touches it to Fogle. Fogle driving with the left hand. Slips and falls to Sensori Hercules. Baits him into it. It's a turnover on the Zags. Nolan the other way. Thought about a three. Pulled it down. Bounces in the corner for Knuckles. Knuckles driving on Miller. A little one-hander in the fadeaway. Rattles around and drops. Ace Miller gives it up to Ike. Catches and fires. That three is good. Graham knocks down the three with 4:57 to play. Coach Few calls a timeout. It's 74-41. Izzo Dejana is going to check into the game. And Mo, I'm just going to throw this at you. Not that it's the most important thing in the world, but that three gives Graham 19 points.
Yep. 9 straight games of 20.
19-8. 30-second timeout called by the Bulldogs. So earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. At 3 for the Bulldogs, their 11th of the night. That is now the second most three-pointers made. At 14 against Maryland, 11 tonight, 4 different games. They had 10. So Ike is going to stay on the floor. It'll be Dejana checking in for Davis Fogel. Portland has the basketball. We're going to have a substitution. Ike's going to come out. So Fogel will check in for him. Graham will head to the bench. With 4:55 to play, the Bulldogs leading 74-41. Graham, 19 points on 7 of 13 shooting. He was 3 of 6 shooting threes. And Foxwell between the circles, dribbles to the right wing now. Spins, kicks back out to Knuckles. And a fadeaway jumper from the left wing, good over Miller. 74-43 is the score. Smith holds for the Zags. 4.5 to play. Gives it up left side to Venters. Short pass to Dejana out top. Bounce for Fogel. Fogel to Miller. Miller leads his way to the left wing. Little one-hander is up and in. 76-43. Zags on top. O'Donnell defended by Dejana. Backing him down, and Izzo's going to be whistled for the personal foul. Izzo's second, and it looks like O'Donnell will step into the free throw line. 4:01 to play. O'Donnell will step to the line. Bulldogs have done a magnificent job. Mo, you talk about defensively, but O'Donnell's only gotten up 4 shots. He's 3 out of 4. Sager-Webb has 2 points. He's 0 of 6 from the field. Those two guys combined for 30 in the win down in Portland.
Yeah, they've done a good job of taking away their help, the supporting cast, and just kind of closed everything off offensively for Portland and taking away the belief.
O'Donnell ready for number 2. And that one's good as well. 76-45, and O'Donnell just got called for a technical foul. He made the free throw and started chirping. You could see it as soon as the free throw went in. He started barking at somebody, and now he's mad at Shante Leggins for taking him out of the game. I think Shantae's looking at him saying, "Well, we're down by 31. The world you're talking for."
Head down to the other end.
Miller comes up short, and O'Donnell with a sarcastic ha-ha. That's not going to endear him to the fans. Second one is good for Miller. Sager-Webb's going to check in. The Zags will have the ball. Smith across half court with it. Right side pass to Miller. He's in front of the GU bench. Top key pass for Fogel. Snaps one to Venters coming off the screen. Fires a 3 and hits. Steele Venters. His first bucket on senior night. Gives the Bulldogs an 80-45 advantage. The Bulldogs in control with 3.5 to play. There's a pass for Balasager-Webb, who is fouled by Dejana. That foul comes with 3:35 to play and brings us to our final official timeout of the night. So all Zags on senior night. Gonzaga 3 minutes and 28 seconds away from clinching at least a share of the West Coast Conference title. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Anyone who works for themselves has the toughest boss on the planet, a real taskmaster with no respect for nights or weekends. Still, it doesn't have to be lonely at the top. Wheatland Bank makes running a business seamless with a careful mix of personal service, deep resources, and the latest tech. After all, you're only human. Unlike that bully whose name's on the door, your 5-star Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
Bundling your home and auto with Progressive could help you save without sacrificing quality. It's the smart thing to do. And as a hockey fan, you always know the smart thing to do.
Shoot the puck!
And you let the players know it.
Shoot the puck!
All game.
Shoot it! Come on, shoot!
And sometimes even after.
Man, rough game, huh?
Yeah, they should have shot the puck.
So bundle your home and auto with Progressive. It's the smart thing to do. But you already knew that. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
You're listening to Gonzaga basketball from Learfield.
Takes the pass, gets all the way to the rim and lays it in. A new season high.
Let's go back courtside. Once again, alongside two-time NBA champion Adam Morrison. Here's the voice of Gonzaga basketball, Tom Hudson.
The Zags led by 15 at halftime. They've pushed it to 35 here in the second half with 3 minutes and officially 28 seconds to play. Well, at First Interstate, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. Zags 3 minutes and 28 seconds away. 12 out of 33 shooting threes tonight. Second most three-pointers made for Gonzaga this season. GU has made 64% of its field goal attempts in the second half after shooting 41% in the first half. We had such a strange feel, though. They had, 15 turnovers at halftime, and it was, until a late little surge there, Portland was kind of within striking distance. 22 turnovers on the night now for the Pilots. Zags have scored 26 points off of those 22 miscues. Zags are comfortably ahead. Balasager-Webb made his first free throw, ready for number 2 now. That one comes up short. Dejana rebounds. Braden Smith into the front court. Ace Miller bounce.